Hi there, Alicia Lynn Diaz here, and today I want to connect with you on the topic of how to prevent and avoid getting trapped in self criticism. So, perfectionism, do you resonate with this term? Do you consider yourself a perfectionist? If you do, you may find yourself falling prey to self critical thoughts that sabotage your health, that sabotage your confidence, that get in the way of you expressing yourself or serving others to a bigger degree. A lot of the clients and students that go through my group coaching programs and that I work with closely in the Enlightened Body System and in my other programs, one of the big themes that they come to me with is this desire to eradicate and heal the part of themselves that is constantly self criticizing. And in the recent surveys for this fall class, I was going through the feedback and intentions for the course, and some people said some of their intentions were to eradicate the ego forever and to eliminate and completely transcend the conversations that happen in the back of their mind that are constantly making them feel awful and are draining their energy and are causing them to lose sleep or to, essentially we know they're recognizing that there's a connection between the emotional body and the physical body. So they recognize there's some cleaning up I want to do of my emotional body, and I feel like that must mean overcoming these really intense, kind of dark criticisms that are happening in the back of my mind. So, what I want to share with you today might be a little bit different than that mentality, because the idea or the aim is not to eradicate the ego and get rid of it forever. It's not to even stop all of those thoughts from happening in the first place. It's about actually creating a relationship with the criticism itself, creating a relationship with the part of you that is having this conversation, that's feeling less than, and your higher knowing, and leaning in more closely. So here's how I look at it. In your psyche, in your subconscious mind, there's what I call the inner kingdom of our humanness, of our psyche. It's like an inner kingdom. So inside your inner kingdom, there's lots of different archetypes, lots of different characters that live inside of your unique inner kingdom that are the ways that you like to be expressed. And some of these archetypes have a light side and they have a shadow side. And some of these archetypes and some of these fragmented parts of you have been really hurt in the past and have learned coping mechanisms and strategies to try to not get hurt again. And so our tendency as mature adults is to say, well, I'm not going to let that part of me get the better of me anymore. And what that does is it creates a disassociation or separation between you and that part of yourself, which can only create further separation in your experience, in your human experience. And that will cause you to feel divided inside and cause you to actually repress more. So, the voice of criticism, all the limiting beliefs or all the things that you tell yourself of why you're not good enough and all of that they're all coming from one or two of those fragmented parts of you. But these are characters that live in the inner kingdom. So what we want to actually do is invite them closer, is ask for their input, is actually listen to what they're saying, but not listen from a place of woundedness. Listen from your higher self. Listen from that place of that part of you that is always just omnipresent and always connected, that part of you that is untouchable, that part of you that is always sovereign in nature and that knows your highest truth. So you watch and listen to what this character is saying and let it know that it's welcome here. It's actually welcome in the kingdom. And ask and recognize there might be hurts that it expresses. There might be something that it needs, that it keeps nagging you with its criticism because its needs aren't getting met. So the idea here, and my recommendation to you if you're struggling with a lot of self-criticism, is actually just get curious. Get really curious as to what the needs are from this character. And then ultimately, we want to be able to provide ourselves with the safety and comfort to lean into making sure those needs are being met in the inner kingdom and creating cohesiveness in the system. And simultaneously, connecting more often with that higher state of expanded knowing so that you're associating more often with the truth than with the lies and the negativity. But when the lies and negativity are coming up, that's never going to be fully eradicated as long as you are living in a human body. This is part of your nature. And the ego, fortunately or unfortunately, is a part of our wholeness. So this is not something to be eradicated and to exercise from your human system, because that's actually a standard of perfection that we can never achieve as human beings. So what we want to come back to is these 3 steps to how to not get trapped in self-criticism. 1 is connect with your highest state of knowing, create resiliency in your truth, in your nervous system as you connect more often with truth. Do those things each day, particularly in the morning, the first thing when you roll out of bed. Start conditioning your nervous system to associate more with your wholeness and with peace and with truth and with confidence. And you can do that in a number of ways, but we'll just sum it up as that. Do the thing that's unique to you, that makes you feel full and connected to your truth. Then number 2 is get curious. Invite the inner critic to have a conversation with you as if you are sitting in the king or queen throne of your higher self, and you're inviting that character that's hurt or that is, your heckler in the background. Invite them close and just watch, just witness. You are not the conversation that's happening, you are the witness of the conversation. So watch the conversation that's happening, and from your higher self, this is a 3rd step, just shower love and acceptance onto that character, onto that archetype that lives inside of you. You might recognize this part of you. It might look like yourself. It might look like you at a certain age. It might look like someone in your family that maybe conditioned a part of you to believe this self-criticism. So however you see it, when you just close your eyes and feel into it, or maybe you know instantly, just me sharing this with you. But first, awaken that higher potential, awaken your higher connection, then do the clearing, then invite that conversation in, observe it, and then 3, accept and share gratitude. So let that character know that you are welcome here. We're not going to, eradicate you from the kingdom. You're welcome here. We recognize that you have gifts for us. You're really just trying to protect us. We know that that part of us is, as humans, is just trying to create protection. So we acknowledge you. We thank you for your input, and you are welcome here. And you're going to be putting that character in its rightful position in the kingdom because you connect with your sovereignty first. So I hope this was helpful for you today. Sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next video. Lots of love.